Hi guys, this is your host and host SUHAIL Mathur, best-selling author and co-founder of the Bookmakers Literary Agency, and I welcome you to another episode of Superstars with SUHAIL. And the superstar we have today over here with us is a business journalist, is a noted columnist, she's a TV personality, she's a popular podcaster, and she's a best-selling author across genres. One of the sweetest authors we represent and a very dear friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for Miss Vani Kaushal. Hi Vani, how are you?
Hi Suhail, thank you so much. Those are really kind words. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that introduction.
No, I'm absolutely excited for our show today, Superstars with SUHAIL, where the questions will be sharp and your responses hopefully sharper. So before we proceed, I must tell you what the show is about. So our show has 13 segments, and before we start the first segment, you just need to promise us three things. Number one, that you will be frank and honest. Number two, you will be quick and sharp. And number three, you will not be shocked by anything that comes your way. Right? So with those three things done, let's start the first segment of our show, which is called Pehli Pehli Baar Hai. So in Pehli Pehli Baar Hai, Vani, what we do is that we ask our authors 5 questions about their firsts in life, and you have to give me quick responses and give me a little background also to it so that the viewers can understand. So without further ado, here's the first of your 5 questions. Your first crush.
Age 13.
Your crush's age was 13 or your age was 13?
I was 13.
And his was?
He was maybe 15 or something.
Alright, so it was a school crush.
It was a school crush, yes.
Alright, nice. And did you eventually tell him that you had a crush on him at that time or later in life?
Of course I did. There was nothing, I couldn't just keep it to myself. So yes, of course I did tell him.
And what did he say? What was his response?
He said, get lost.
Oh, that's really sad. I mean, totally he's lost. Some people just can't realize, the finer things in life. So we get that. So fair enough. I was going to ask you that are you still in contact with him, but I don't think that merits a response anymore. So fair enough. That's nice. The second question that I have for you is your first salary and how did you spend it?
My first salary was 2,000 rupees and I think I saved it because I didn't know, I was all of 21 or 22 and I just didn't know what to do with it. So that was a lot of money back then, 2001. So I was like, oh God, this is so much money. What all can I not do with this?
Nice,
so
nice.
I said, okay, yeah.
So if you were to get a job right now, your first job, you would have gotten 2,022 rupees in 2023. Because in 2001 you got 2,000 bucks.
Yes, right. Probably.
All right. So very interesting. 2,000 rupees in 2000 wasn't bad at all. And that brings me to my next question, which is your first vehicle, the first vehicle you owned.
Your first?
Vehicle, the first vehicle you owned.
Luna.
All right. Nice.
You remember I don't know. I mean, I crashed it so many times. I used to love driving my Luna, those old style Lunas that we had. You remember?
Yeah, I remember. In fact, there was this WWE wrestler at that time. It was WWF called Yokozuna. So in school we had this song.
Yes.
Yokozuna went to Pune eating tuna on his Luna. Okay, so that was the song that everyone used to sing. Right. So when did you buy this? Like what age or when did you buy it? In what stage in life did you have the Luna?
It was the first vehicle I started driving. So it's not like I bought it, but it belonged to my mom and I love driving it around. After that, I think the kindness and all came and we became very conscious that, Luna nahi chalana hai. But otherwise, before that, we used to be very fond of Luna and you take it to Chandigarh and go on Gedi route and, idhar boys dekhte hue and, so it was fun.
Correct. People on Luna often were mistaken to be loony, but that's the whole idea of having a Luna. And that brings me to my next question, which is your first literary memory. So the first thing that you remember when we talk about or the earliest memory that we talk about when we come to books or writing in general? The first thing that you remember earliest memory.
I was just thinking about it yesterday. It's a very interesting question. I was in grade 5 or 6, and my school suddenly opened the doors of the school library for the children. It wasn't like that for us when we were till grade 4. And the moment they let us in the library, I could see. So this is like way back in the 80s. In the 80s, I'm saying. So the moment we all got inside, I saw this huge collection. They opened only a part of it for us because we were maybe 9 or 10-year-olds, and it was Enid Blyton and those Nancy Drews and all. And I feel like, wow, what is this? Where am I? And I had no idea that we actually had a place like library, and there was a library period that we had, and it got me super excited. So I started getting those Enid Blyton books, and they would have those nice characters, big ears and all that. And I don't know whether I really read those books or not, but I started tracing those characters. Like I had tracing papers, and I loved drawing those characters, and I was immensely fascinated towards it.
Nice, interesting, very interesting. So the last question in the first segment is, how did the idea of your first book with the bookmakers germinate? So we've done actually multiple books with Vani. In fact, we took one of her earlier books as well and have gotten it a deal, which we have to announce on social media very soon. But the first new book that we did was a very interesting book called Seconds Later, which dealt with a very pertinent topic as well. And Vani has been fairly vocal about it. But Vani, just for the sake of our audiences, please let us know, how did the idea behind Seconds Later come about?
So Seconds Later is the story of a girl who thinks she can handle pain, not knowing that pain doesn't come easy, that there's a price to pay. Yeah. And all through my life, childhood and then my young adult years, I wanted to be famous. But when it actually happened to me, and in whatever, like, I won't say big, like a big way, but whatever mediumish sort of way it happened, I couldn't handle it because I got tagged on Facebook and on Twitter. Sometimes it was seen posts that people were tagging me in, and people would send me marriage proposals and all, and I could feel that people were stalking me or something. And there was this one day when I was sitting on my bed and I felt a fear go down. I could feel somebody's energy or eyes were on me, but there was nothing to show for it. And I think it was in that moment when I just let that fear in and I felt it like very deeply. I think this whole story came to me. So every character in this book has a voice, and that voice speaks to my head, and it was very clear all through those years when I was writing this book. And this took quite a long time because I had to change several sections, and you gave very good inputs, and then I'm glad this book is out, and it's done so well as it has. So it's got a very good response.
It has done fantastically well. It's sold so many copies. It's been everywhere on social media, and I mean, celebrities have posted about it, and just look at the cover, the kind of endorsements the book has received, and I think you've done some fantastic.
It's got a brilliant cover, guys. I just want to show this was done by the bookmakers, and it is. I still love it. So I
also genuinely am very fond of the cover. So great, and just like that, we have finished the first segment. So well done, Vani. The answers were good. I could resonate with your last answer because I've often asked you to come on WhatsApp because that is a medium I personally use pretty often. But you did tell me that it's always safety first, so completely understand and respect that as well. And anyone who's watching the show, please remember, respect that everyone has their own personal boundaries, and it's never nice to go over the boundary rope, so to say. But well done with the first segment. Let's see how you do in segment 2, which is called the Rocking Rapid Fire. So now in the Rocking Rapid Fire, I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and well, as the name suggests, you need to be rocking and rapid with the answers. So here goes. Question number 1, Vani. A movie you saw on the sly from your parents?
I don't know, there are just so many. There were just so many.
Anyone.
Well, very recently Pathan. I still don't tell them what I do. Yeah, just now, just a couple of weeks ago. I don't want to tell them I'm going for that.
All right, fair enough. An Indian male author or someone from the literary fraternity you find handsome?
An Indian male author or someone from the literary fraternity I find handsome. Has to be Shashi Tharoor.
All right, Shashi Tharoor, good choice. The next one is commercial success or critical acclaim?
Commercial success.
All right. Book launches or lit fest?
I don't like criticism, rejection. No. Please keep it to yourself.
Book launches or lit fest?
Book launches. Definitely, any day. I love the vibe when, all eyes are on you and people want to talk to you, know more about your book. There's nothing to match that madness.
Fair enough. Who's hotter? Man in a suit or man in a swimming trunk?
Man in a suit.
All right. An Indian actor you would like to date?
Tiger Shroff.
Tiger Shroff. All right, nice. I think he's single now, so yeah, you can try your luck there. Okay. Naughty or nice? What do you prefer?
Naughty. Most definitely.
Right. Movies or web series?
Web series.
Okay. An Indian book you wish you had written?
Would be which one? There are so many. Can we say a book in general that I wish I would have written? I mean, that would be Pride and Prejudice for sure. It could be the Lord of the Rings, all of those popular books, Harry Potter's. Oh my God! Because when I got into writing, the first thing that came to my mind was, I wish I could write something like that. And I think every author has that dream.
Fair enough. The last question on the list: mind, body, or soul? The aspect that impresses you the most?
Soul.
All right. So that is good. Segment 2 done. Well done, Vani. Those answers were quick and fast. I quite like them. And that brings us to segment 3, which is called Pucho to Jane. So now in Pucho to Jane, you have been on the other side where you have asked questions to our authors. This time you are on the other side of the spectrum where an author from the book bakers has asked you a question. All right. So you know the drill. I'll be asking that question to you. You have to answer it, and then you have to guess who's asked you that. So I'll give you 3 options, and you have to guess. So this round also has a 3 idiots connotation. So if you're able to guess in the first go, you are like Rancho, the topper in the class. If you answer it in the second go, you are like Farhan, who's somewhere in the middle. And if you answer at the last fang end of the options, then you're like Raju. So without too much delay, we go to your question. And your question is, if you were on a sinking boat with Suhail Mathur and Shah Rukh Khan, and you had to throw out one of them to make sure that the boat stays afloat, who would you throw out? P.S. You cannot choose yourself.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, absolutely right answer. Of course.
I threw out Shah Rukh Khan. So there is no said I would throw him.
Exactly.
Sent it, done 2 of my books, and I would throw him.
Absolutely. Right answer. Completely agree. That's the best answer anyone has given in this segment. So
that has to be Priya Nayak Bole.
Okay, but I'll give you options. Oh, you might just be right. Okay, I'll give you the options and then you tell me. So you have 3 options. Priya Nayak Bole, Supriya Parulekar, or Nidhi Bruce. Which out of these 3?
This is either Priya or Supriya, either of the 2. So Khurafati Buddhi dono ki hai, but I think this is a question like what Priya might ask.
So Priya Nayak Gole, and the answer is absolutely wrong. So Priya has not asked that. Priya has not asked that.
No, I said Priya.
Yeah, so Priya has not asked. So Priya. I said so. Priya has not asked. Priya Nayak Gole has not.
Okay.
So now you have Supriya or Nidhi Bruce. Which out of the 2? Which out of the 2 has asked?
Which of the other 2? Supriya. She's the only one who can ask a Shah Rukh Khan question.
And that answer is absolutely wrong once again, because Nidhi Bruce has asked you that. Nidhi has asked you that question, and I was very sure. So I put the options in such a manner that you would go for those two first. So of course, my mind has to be at play. So Nidhi Bruce has asked that question. In fact, I don't know when this video will be telecast, but today is Nidhi's birthday as well. So from Vani and my side and the entire team at TPB, here's wishing Nidhi a very happy birthday, and may you have many, many more.
Nidhi, wish you a very happy birthday.
Yes, so that's wonderful. And with that, we come to segment 4. And segment 4 is called Best and the Worst. So Vani, in segment 4, I'll be asking you a few of your favorite things and certain things that you absolutely detest. So here goes. Your favorite dish.
What? I'm not a big food. I have dal or chawal.
Okay. The yuckiest dish you've ever had.
I'm not complaining. I'm not a foodie. What did I ever have? I think must have been some Vietnamese or some Burmese soup. I mean, I don't get those flavors.
Yeah. All right. Your favorite film.
Has to be Lord of the Rings. The entire series. The 6 movies.
Worst movie ever seen.
Pathan.
Alright. Favorite actor.
Has to be. I have no favorites, but I don't know. Never thought about it. Tom Cruise.
Alright. The best film and the worst film of your favorite actor.
The best film was the latest one, Top Gun, Maverick, Tom Cruise's. Sure. And the worst film was maybe one of those, the ones in which he's flying on buildings. Oh God, why am I forgetting the name?
Mission Impossible.
Yes, Mission Impossible. One of those in which I think there was Anil Kapoor as well. I don't know whether it was 1, 2, 3 or...
I think it was...
So maybe
I think it was 4 or 5, one of those.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it was MI Ghost Protocol, the one in which Anil Kapoor was there. Yes. But it could be 4 because you said 1, 2, and with Anil Kapoor it is always 1, 2 ka 4, so it might be the 4th. Right?
I know.
Alright. Your favorite song?
My favorite songs. The Tu Nazm Nazm Sa, Ayushmann Khurrana.
Right, alright, from Bareli Ki Barfi. A hit or popular song you don't like or didn't like?
Besharam Rang from Pathan. I mean, I just couldn't get it. The
That's
whole
true.
vibe wasn't my vibe.
Overrated, yes. Least favorite actor?
Least favorite actor has to be, I don't know, there are Nawazuddin Siddiqui maybe. I can't connect with his acting.
Okay. Worst movie of your least favorite actor?
And also as a person
The worst movie of your least favorite actor?
The worst movie of I think the Laddu thing that he did with Athiya Shetty.
Okay.
Some movie he did. And that's not the type of movies he like generally.
I saw that movie. So I remember that. Yeah. And I agree over there. Alright. So it could have been, I think he was possibly miscast for that role. Yeah?
Yes.
Fair enough. Best thing about, okay, so you finished all the best and very quickly you've done that. So well done, Vani. Your segment 4 is done, and that brings me to segment 5, which is one of the more enjoyable segments, which is called Dimag Ka Dahi. Alright, so in Dimag Ka Dahi, basically I'll just ask you a brain teaser and you have to respond to it. So very simple, nothing much. Alright, so your brain teaser basically is a plane crashed on the India-Pakistan border. On which side of the border would you bury the survivors?
On On a plane crashed on
A plane,
the India-Pakistan border.
A plane crashed on the India-Pakistan border. On which side of the border would you bury the survivors?
Pakistan.
Okay.
I mean, most logically, that's how it works, because in India you would burn the survivors, right?
Oh, interesting. But the answer is that you neither burn nor bury the survivors. They're survivors, so you neither burn them nor bury them. You will only burn or bury the casualties, not the survivors.
Dimag ka dahi. Yeah, absolutely. I get it.
Yeah.
My mistake.
So fair enough. Yeah, I mean, interesting. So that was number 5, which was Dimag Ka Dahi. And now we come to segment 6, which is equally interesting, which is called Never Have I Ever. So in Never Have I Ever, Vani, what you need to do is that you need to show us your 10 fingers, and I'll be asking you 10 things. So whatever you have done, whenever you've done something, you put a finger down, alright? And if you haven't done it, you tell me no, I'll move to the next one, alright? So without further ado, here we go. Never have I ever stolen in a shop.
So,
okay. Beaten someone from the opposite gender. Okay. Kissed someone from the same gender.
we kiss each other. I mean, you know, cheek पे तो kiss हो ही जाता है यार.
ठीक है. Made an excuse to not pay the restaurant bill. Okay.
ये सारे yeses है ना? These are all yeses.
Yeah. Stalked the profile of an ex.
No.
Okay. Got drunk at a party. Okay. Had naughty thoughts about an office colleague. Alright. Kissed in public. Okay. Used a pickup line to impress someone.
No.
Okay. Lied about your actual location to someone. Alright, so 80%, that's great. 8 on 10 is a superb answer. Vani, you've done some really interesting things in your life. Really fun.
which I'm pretty silent about. Not that anybody knows.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, we are not getting into specifics, but we now know that you've done some interesting things, and that's how life should be, right? Life should be interesting. So that's well done, and you can put your fingers down because the round has ended, and we are moving to a separate segment which is called segment number 7, मैं हूँ कौन. So now मैं हूँ कौन is my most favorite, in which I will be asking you about a particular personality, alright? And I'll be giving you 3 clues about that personality. If you're able to answer in the first go, or even in the second clue, you will get a benefit for one of the forthcoming segments, alright? But if you give an incorrect answer, then there will be a penalty imposed on you for the further segments. Okay? So if you don't know, you can pass. I'll move to the next one. Obviously, when you are on the third clue, you can take a wild guess, and there are no penalties or bonuses over there. Alright? So now let's see who your celeb is and where and when you are able to answer. So here goes the first clue about your celebrity. An alumnus of the Lee Strasberg Film and Theatre Institute, I made my debut as an actor in the Bollywood film Jalwa.
Uday Chopra?
No, that's wrong, and that means there's a penalty. Okay, we'll come to the penalty later on. If you don't know, you can still pass. Having had the honor of moderating the Indian segment of Be Heard, a global discussion with Colin Powell, I have also featured in reality shows like Jhalak Dikhla Ja and Fear Factor Khatron Ke Khiladi.
Pass. No idea.
And the third one is, though not much of a historian, my most famous show on television is a jumbled up name of Akbar, the Mughal emperor.
No idea. Pass.
Is a jumbled up name of Akbar, Akbar, the Mughal emperor.
No, pass. I don't know.
Okay. So the answer is
just. I think maybe I'm just too absorbed in my own world. I'm half the time not even bothered what's going on outside.
So the answer is Cyrus Brocha. So Cyrus is the answer. And his first movie in Bollywood was Jalwa, where he appeared as a child actor. And then of course Jhalak Dikla Jai and Khatro Ke Khiladi. And if you jumble up AKBAR, which is Akbar, you get BAKRA, which is Bakra, which was his most famous show.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I should have known that. Oh.
So ladies and gentlemen, why I asked Vani that question was because Cyrus has been a big time supporter and admirer of Vani's works, and he even invited Vani over to speak about Seconds Later. So that was how this came into being, and a fun round nonetheless, which takes us to segment number 8, which is called Picture Abhi Baki Hai Mere Dost. So we are talking about Seconds Later, and Seconds Later we of course know is a book which has 3 primary characters.
Yes.
Our leading lady, who's in the world of showbiz, someone she loves, and then someone who stalks her because he loves her, right? So now my question to you, Vani, is that if a Bollywood movie was to be made on this, who would you cast for the 3 roles?
Yeah, so Nikita, the main protagonist, I think I'd have Alia Bhatt any day because she's so versatile and she can play anything to perfection.
Okay.
For her love interest, who is a Parsi guy, I don't see anybody like in the community who's good enough. But yeah, there are a couple of options like John Abraham or Jim Sarab. If I don't know, I mean, he can pull off the thing, but I don't know. And there is another character who is the stalker guy. I think Ayushmann Khurrana would do that very well. This is just to my mind.
Fair enough. No, very interesting, but that's unfortunately not how things pan out over here. So how things pan out over here is that we have created these 2 chit bowls rather, which have names of actors and actresses. So what I'd be doing is that I'd be swirling this, and you have to ask me to stop.
Yes.
Then I take out 3 chits. You have to tell me 1, 2, 3. Whichever one you choose and the name over there is the actor who will play that character. Okay, so I'll do it twice for the guys and once for the girl, but we'll do it one by one. So first we'll do for the love interest of our protagonist. Okay, tell me when you want me to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Then pull out 1 for the protagonist.
No, I'll pull out 3. I'll pull out 1, 2, 3. So now you have to tell me which number do you want. 1, 2, 3. This is for the love interest.
So 2 for the love interest.
Okay, 1 goes in and 3 goes in. Now we come to the ladies.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
stop.
Stop.
That's 1. That is 2. And that is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Which one do you want?
1.
Okay.
This is like tarot card reading,
And now we come back to the males. Let me know.
This is stalker guy. This is for
the stalker.
Yeah, stop.
Okay, that's 1. That's 2.
Okay.
And that is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Which one?
Okay, so 2.
Okay. So let's see what your choices are. Okay, interesting. So of course you'll not be able to see it because of the light, but if this was turned into a movie, the role of the lady, the protagonist, would be played by Mallika Sherawat. Okay. So that would be played by Mallika Sherawat. Right? The role of the stalker would be played by Vicky Kaushal. All right.
Okay.
Vicky Kaushal would play the role of the stalker. And the love interest of Malika Sherawat would be played by Kamal Rashid Khan. All right. So so that's your so that's seconds later for you. Kamal starring Kamal Rashid Khan, Malika Sherawat, and Vicky Kaushal.
Wow, wow, बहुत अच्छी movie बनेगी. Blockbuster. I can already see it making 100 crores.
Superb. So that's segment 8, and we come to segment 9 very quickly. Then segment 9 is what would you do? And in what would you do, I ask you questions and you have to tell me what would you do if A, you woke up as Rakhi Sawant.
I'd probably start thinking about what all other surgeries I need to get done.
All right, interesting.
She's never satisfied with her body.
Interesting. If Urfi Javed was a fashion designer,
I'd probably ask her to stitch something with the rose petals for me.
Oh, interesting. If you became the PM for a day,
I'd probably I'd probably get a force in place to clean the toilets that have been placed at different places.
All right.
Because they're so not clean.
Yeah, true. That's true. If Sunny Leone approached you to act as you in your biopic,
I'd probably say, you'll have to meditate for 3 hours every day because that's what I do instead of making all those movies that you make.
All right. Okay. If you had the power of invisibility,
I'd probably sneak into, I don't know, probably the power of invisibility. What would I do with it? Probably nothing. I'll just sit and probably I'll just do nothing with it. I don't know what to do with it.
If your cell phone fell into the toilet,
this happened with my brother actually. Nothing, I just worry about the contacts and all because I'm not on WhatsApp. Social media apps open on my laptop as well. So I just worry a bit about the contacts and all.
So what would you do? Would you take it out or not take it out?
I would take it out. I'd wear a plastic on my hand and I'd probably take it out and probably I'd think like what to do with it next. This happened with my brother. Oh my god. And he took it out.
All right.
He washed it.
If you're but it would have already been washed, no? You didn't have to rewash it.
Something he did.
Okay.
That stupid guy.
If God came in front of you,
I'd say, please give me all the powers, all the abilities, and all the stuff that you have not given me till now, so that I could go and do something with it for greater good. For greater good.
If you were swimming and someone stole your clothes,
I just go home with whatever I'm wearing. I'm not scared. What's there to be scared of? It's a human body after all, so what?
Alright, that's the spirit, that's the attitude. If you found yourself inside the Big Boss house,
I have thought about it. I would probably not fight with somebody or anybody because I'm not a feisty kind of a person, not have arguments, so I'd be the most dull and boring person there, I'm sure.
Alright. If someone changed your gender,
that would be mighty interesting, to live my life as a man and not worry about getting things waxed and all, and just before an interview, oh, my eyebrow is shaved or not, or my hair are not sticking out from here. So that would be nice.
All right. So some very interesting responses coming our way, and I was just wondering, it's good that we had one Kaushal acting in the book written by another Kaushal, so Vicky Kaushal's inclusion was quite good in that. So, well done. And we come to segment 10, which is what next? Where you have to quickly tell our readers what are you currently working on, just an overview, and by approximately when can we expect it?
Okay, so as of now, I'm in the post-edit stage of this book that we have yet to announce, and it's a wedding novel. It's the story of a boy who is hot on the Indian wedding market and what happens when he's not so hot anymore. And so I already have a deal with it, and I have some inputs from my editor which I'm working on, and I expect I'll send it to them, and I am so hoping to have it out this summer.
Perfect. Yeah, because summer is hot and then he will be hot on the market, because otherwise he isn't hot anymore in the book. All right.
Also because it's all about wedding and we have a new the season of Indian matchmaking out, which is like quite popular. So this is the right time to have something like this out in the market.
All right, and now we come to segment 11, which is called Joke Time. So in Joke Time, you either need to tell us a joke or you need to recount a funny anecdote from your life very quickly.
Funny anecdote. Last year I went on a road trip to Dharamshala. It was the first time in my life when I was actually driving down to Dharamshala. It was a good 6 hours from my house. So I had my best friend with me, and Google Maps took us to this place where it was a one-side road. There was not a turn back, and we were stuck on that road. And the gradient on the road was like 50 degrees. It was like this. My car is like this. I've never driven on those on those sort of gradients, on those sort of difficult mountains and all. My heart was here. I was virtually and it was raining like it wouldn't ever rain. And my best friend, I could see what was going on, because how could I see, because it was raining and pattering and all that. And I'm stuck. I have a khai on one side and the cliff on the other, and no way to turn. And we were on a wrong road. So GPS galat road pe le gaya, and we're stuck there. And I'm now supposed to turn the road and take a turn back and U-turn lena tha. And my friend got out and she's like, "Tu mera saman utar de. I don't know whether you're going to survive this or not, but at least if we ever land at a hospital, I don't want to be without my clothes." So she got out. She's like, "Jara suitcase nikalna."
Wow, what a nice friend.
Somehow 10 minutes later she was like, some sense dawned into her, and she was like, "Okay, you know what, baby, I'll help you just turn the road, turn the car." And somehow after 10-15 minutes we managed to turn it. Fair enough, the car got scratched and what problem hua, but I think half an hour later we were just sitting at a restaurant, not even talking about it, and just eating. We're like, yaar, bahut bhook lag gayi, itna kaam karke aaye hain, chalo khate hain kuch. And then we were like, okay, that was our near-death experience, you call it. And we just, we're just eating and not even talking about it. That's I don't know. It was an experience of a lifetime, no less.
All right, wonderful. So now we move to our next segment, which is called segment 12, which is called Zaban Sambhal Ke. So in Zaban Sambhal Ke, I'll give you a tongue twister, and you have to choose one tongue twister out of the 6 options that we have. All right. So very quickly, you can choose anyone because they're in any random order. Out of these, which one would you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5.
Okay. So number 5 is Nadi Kinare hai kirane ki dukaan.
Nadi kinare hai kirane ki dukaan.
Kirane ki dukaan. Yeah. Go for
so
it.
I have to say it again and again.
Yeah. At least 5 times, if not 10 times. Go ahead.
Okay. Nadi kinare hai kirane ki dukaan. 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 Nadi kinare hai kirane ki dukaan.
Okay, well done. Yeah, it's kirane, but you got it right and you didn't fumble. So well done, Vani. And we have a minute, so we have to really wrap it up quickly with segment 13, which is called TVB Shoutout. In just next 30 seconds, please let us know how has your experience been with working with the book bakers, and what do you make out of the show Superstars with Suhail. 30 seconds.
I have enjoyed it, and the book bakers are the best, and I am just so honored you gave me this opportunity. It's a pleasure to work with you all, and I can't even think in 100 years I'd be working with anybody else. It's
Thank
just
you so
you all along, guys. Thank you so much.
That is so sweet of you, Vani, and we love it as well. And what do you make out of the show? Very quickly, 10 seconds.
I enjoyed it, and I hope the viewers also enjoyed it. And I just love speaking to you. Love speaking. The questions were fun, and I hope everybody finds it interesting.
I think everyone will love it because you've been very candid, and we've enjoyed it a lot, and that's what makes it a true success. So thank you for being on the show. And as far as all the viewers are concerned, I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back with another episode of Superstars with Suhail with another superstar. Till then, it's Suhail and Vani signing off. Take care. Cheers. All the best.